Good evening, Reefers.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How's everyone doing?
Yeah, good, mate. You?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
And
Right,
thank you
mate.
for the invite to be on your show, sir. Much appreciated.
No worries. You've been on my hit list for a little while, and and also thanks for swapping weeks because
It's all right. I just moved some things around in my diary, and
that's good. It was really appreciated. So thank you.
No problem at all, buddy.
So let's see who we've got in tonight. Good afternoon, Jason. I don't know if you're driving. Or so he was the first in.
Well played, mate. Well played.
I don't know if he's driving or swearing at people or home or day off or what, but
probably
good afternoon.
Probably all three.
And then we have Reefing royalty, John Wright. And I think this will be our first little segue into randomness.
Yeah.
So John in Reef Dorks live stream on Sunday mentioned that he really enjoys the AI generated images and that we should do some more. So being Reefing royalty, how could I say no?
That's big John Ryan.
Yeah. And, a lot of people don't realise, but John Wright's had quite a varied career. At one point, he was a bit of a tearaway. He's a bit of a rogue. He was known, actually, for breaking into people's houses. And his signature was that he would bung up the plug hole in the sink and leave the water running. So I got a picture of him from that time there. And shortly after that, obviously he got caught. We all know that. Spent a bit of time at Her Majesty's leisure, during which time he discovered music. He became a bit of a musician, a bit of a music lover. And you can see here, I think this might also be where his love of bright patterned shirts comes from as well.
Love it.
Oh dear. And you're not off the hook, Lee.
Oh, I can guess.
Your centre of attention today.
We talked about this the other day, but you as well as doing a lot of reefing stuff in your earlier years, you were a bit of a wrestler.
The thing is, I was, but I wasn't this particular wrestler.
Yeah, you were a
So I remember watching him on a Saturday dinner time when I was a kid, him and Giant Haystacks.
Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Let's see who else we've got. We've got Ryan's Reef. Guten Abend, Ryan. Wie geht's?
Evening.
Ja, meine Hund ist wohl mit dem Zahnpast. That's the end of my German. And if you know German, that last bit didn't make any sense. Gazza's Reef. Evening, Gazza. How you doing?
Howdy, guys.
Liam. How you doing, Liam?
He's back on the AI.
Oh dear. Well,
that's not me. That in that picture, it's got to be Lee.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he did that a long time ago. When Ron did a load for me, he did that, and I says, "How come every single one of them are bleeding trolling it?" So, yeah. So I know I'm not exactly, Bruce Willis, but I look a bit better than that.
Well, funnily enough, Liam had some suggestions for AI pictures, which I of course, I obliged. But that put him in the crosshairs as well. So I've got some of Liam. We'll look at a little bit later.
You're firing shots everywhere, Steve.
Yeah. Has anyone watched Rob's video this week?
Not yet.
Yeah, I just watched it before this.
I wonder whether he had a bet running with someone to see how many penis jokes he could get in it. Because
Correct.
in the first few minutes, he talked about knocking a few out and asking, "Have I got wood?" That was part of it.
I must have missed them. I'll have to watch it again. I would tipping about in kitchen, so it was just on in background.
I'm going for Ron's betting.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. And he did that thing where about halfway through he says, "Well, I think that's about it." And everyone takes a piss out of me because I keep saying that halfway through and then shut up. But this is the end of it. Oh, wait, no. Actually, there's one other thing.
Well, it's just got something in German anyway, as Rob.
Oh, is he?
Be careful. I don't know whether I wouldn't trust him. That could be anything.
Yeah.
Sammy as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
But
Yeah, we've also got Neil, the offshore reacher.
Done it again.
I'm giving up trying to get it right. I'm just. He doesn't know where I live. I'm all right. And then we've got Tony. Evening, Tony. How you doing?
Hello, Tony.
I saw I got your message the other day about thanking me for the shout out I did in the last one for you, and that your missus let you watch it on the big telly. So I'm wondering if you're allowed on the big telly tonight. And I was really hoping to get some juicy AI face swaps for you, but you'll be pleased to hear that I ran out of time and I couldn't get any done of you. But there's other weeks we'll try and arrange it so that next week you can be on the big telly again, and I'll put some AI pictures of you on.
Lucky boy.
And talking of AI pictures, Evening Mylot,
Is
Gordon
that AI,
Ramsay himself.
Is that
No,
AI?
no. I did a face swap of Mylot for the
right.
Reefy AF thing, and I face swapped him with Gordon Ramsay. And I think he actually looks more like Gordon Ramsay with his face than Gordon Ramsay's face.
But to answer your question, Matt, yeah, that is an AI fish. It's not.
I was going to say, is that real or is that not?
And we have Lee A. So is it your birthday today, Lee? Happy birthday if it is. I didn't see any other comments saying it was someone's birthday. So
Happy birthday, Lee.
Yeah, happy birthday.
What you got?
Happy birthday.
I can't play any musical instruments, and you don't want to hear me sing, so we're not going to do what the Reefers Network did.
Just tell us what you got. Just tell us what you got, Reefer.
Yeah, that'll do. Evening, Anthony. How you doing? Hope you're well.
Evening, mate.
And here we have Jay. So I'll divert because I know he's got to shoot off, but I will say a huge thanks to Jay and Stevie. I took part in one of their competitions where you could, and I actually helped with this. So I put a duck in one of my videos for people to spot and get entered into a competition. I then spotted one in one of Jason's videos and entered the competition. And they ran the competition today. And if I bring this up here and click that and press play.
What am I winning?
Here we go. And it was so close. So I was like, ah. And it just carried on running and boom.
Happy days.
So I actually picked a Mardi Gras torch, as you can see here. I got Jay to send me a little video that I can put on.
It's nice, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, so thank you very much. That was a nice little surprise this evening to win that. I'd actually forgotten about the competition completely, and I thought, because I've entered another one that you did, bought some tickets for that, and I wasn't sure whether you were running that one, so that I kind of logged into the live stream to see whether you were running that one or not, and ended up winning. So happy days.
Congratulations.
Well done,
Thank you. It was completely skill. There's no luck.
When's that coming? Next week?
Oh, I don't know. So I'm at home for the next couple of days, but yeah, I don't know what days they ship. So We'll sort it out.
How many torches you got?
2 at the moment.
So that'll be your third.
Yeah.
Make space for it.
Yeah, I can definitely make space for that.
Of course.
Good evening, Jazz. How you doing?
Well, they've got internet now, finally.
Yeah, they've got internet. They're both watching.
Yep.
I need enough bandwidth for one of you to watch previously.
Well, that way you could wander around in his front room and you're like, if you stood on one leg in the middle, with your hand like that, you got signal and that way.
That's like that here for mobile phone signal. And I was the same when I moved. OpenReach and Sky were terrible at getting me connected. So I bought a mobile dongle to run. Suppose I can plug that into my router, and then all of my reefing stuff just works like normal. But it was 12 meg connection speed, so it was horrific.
I don't understand how that's even a thing nowadays. Like, how is that even a thing? Like, it's just crazy.
Well, one of the guys I worked with he's just got connected with Gigafast, I think it is, and he's getting 900 meg up and 900. So that both directions. So 900 meg download and 900 meg upload.
See, I remember days when it was 138k on a modem, and it would just.
And your mum would pick up the phone, and it would be beeping and squeaking, and your song that you'd spent all weekend downloading had stopped, and you had to start it again.
I want songs from here, tell.
Anyway. It was videos for you, was it?
Yeah.
I think
all on LimeWire. You're downloading Lord of the Rings and then finding out it's a German version, and at the end you get to see the ring getting destroyed, which you want pretty.
I think I was on MSN Messenger messaging my friends, remembering that. Making all funny old noises, yeah. You got to log off the internet now. I'm like, Mum, I've only just got on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those are the days, eh?
I'm on this big chat room on Lycos, and it was shit. And I met loads and loads of people. It were, joking aside, it's one of the reasons why I'm how I am now. Because after it crashed, when I lost my arm, I couldn't speak to people and I couldn't go out. And it were getting on chat rooms on the internet that brought me back around, gave me back confidence again. But a very particular tool. Sorry, that's quite a dull story, really. But very serious for me.
Yeah, no.
It's a side of you we might be seeing more of in a minute.
Yeah.
I'll try not to.
Evening, Dan's Reef. Hope you're well. Who else do we have? Evening, John. How are you doing?
Hello, John. He's just been doing his lights today. It looks good.
Oh, is he? His Kessels.
Yeah, he's put a little video up on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Has he?
I don't think I'm following him on YouTube.
No, I don't really.
He's got 60 odd subscribers. I've just joined it today.
Who is he?
Okay.
Who is he on YouTube? Is he John B?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'll send you a link after.
Yeah. John
Well,
B.
send us it, and I'll stick it up on the screen and get him some more.
Get him to 100.
Yeah, see if we can get to 100 by the end of the stream. Good evening, Alan. How you doing? How's that tank coming along?
Are we filling it up again yet? Oh, I can't remember if we were there yet. Are we going again, or?
I don't know. I might just leave it empty now.
Well, yeah. No problems, will he? Put fake coral in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. I'm just trying to get a link for you.
Who else? We've got Rob. Evening, Salt Creep Creeps.
Yeah, I watched his video earlier and he's still having issues with Test B, and I thought it worked solenoid sticking, but he's already tried that after watching you, Steve. So
yeah, I might go and hang around near his bins when he throws it out and pull it out.
Get some spare solenoids.
Yeah. And Harry, I somehow skipped past Harry. Good evening, Harry.
Good evening, Harry.
Well.
Evening, Harry.
What else?
I've just sent a link on Discord for you, Steve.
Yeah, I got that. I'll drag that over in a sec. Hayley. Good evening, Hayley. How you doing?
Evening, Haley, love. Hope you're well.
And we have Triggerfish. I can't remember his name now. Ron always remembers it. Yeah, I can't remember that one. Sorry.
Susan, yeah, something like that.
Susie?
No, it's not.
Oh.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can't remember that one. I know
anyway.
criticals. No, I can't. Anyway. I'm too nervous to remember stuff.
Good morning, Melinda. How you doing?
Morning,
Melinda. I hope you're
remembered.
Feeling better.
Yeah. I was not very well. I've been a bit. It's been very busy at work, so I've been a bit not on Discord.
She was prepping for cyclone, and she got herself in a bit of a tiz. So bless her.
Yeah. Okay.
So we had a good chat, and then I told her a load of knob gags, and she was laughing her head off. Then, so that's all that matters.
Excellent. Well,
I've been the same this week. So there's probably been loads going on that with me and you, Steve, are probably well unaware of.
Yes.
To be honest, I'm saying I've not stopped this week. So.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're not spinning round.
Well, it's passed over now. They just got rain to deal with.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Did I do Ryan's Reef?
No, you did Reefy, Ryan. Reefer's
there's two in there.
And I haven't done Reefy Reese. Evening Reefy Reese. I can't remember. I think I might have done Ryan already. But
yeah. I knew we wanted to cover.
Yeah. Good evening, Amanda. How you doing? You got lots of bubbles.
I can't think of her name. Susan. Hello, Susan.
Yep.
You liar.
Yep. Well, that's what they're doing. Alcoholics are just lying.
Yeah, just lying. Just pretend to be someone else.
Good.
Hope you're well, Rami. Long time no see, buddy. You need to get back online.
Hey, Rami.
Sorry, Steve. We need to see you a bit more. Evening, Tim. How you doing?
Evening, Tim.
Timothy, good evening, sir.
And we have Master Onion. Good evening, Tom. How you doing?
Hello, Thomas.
He's here to make sure I don't forget. So let me start with an apology. Last week, Tom sent me the artwork for the Friday Night Live, and it completely broke me when Amy commented about spitting in her eye. I completely forgot to give him a shout out. So really sorry, Tom. Won't happen again. I've got your artwork for tonight. Very disturbing artwork, I will say, but we'll share that at the end.
For the Reefers Network one?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it. I didn't want to sleep tonight anyway.
No, exactly.
Oh,
dear. So, yeah, Jason is driving and swearing. So, good.
I'd
like to hear.
Wouldn't expect anything else.
Yeah.
And just to answer your question, Rob, no, I am. It is a load of coral snow, as you can see. The fish are there somewhere.
Evening, Chris. How you doing? Oh, look, the legend.
Where? There's someone else behind me, or what? Thank you, Jazz Love. Appreciate it. I'm far from a legend. I'm more like a legend than a legend.
Critical Reef. Yeah, there we go. Good evening, Critical. How you doing? And as Rama says, "Dis Frankfurt ist kaputt."
Whatever that means.
I don't notice your lass has signed in as Maxine.
I know. She's changed her name by Depot now. She's committed to it, I think. You notice that she hasn't said hello to me because she gives that many.
Well, she's already said hello to you earlier.
Yeah, we'll probably have a bloody bottle or something thrown at me, isn't it?
Hey, good afternoon, Jim. How you doing?
Hello, Jim, buddy. Hope you're well.
Evening, Jim.
This must be a bit dull. There we go. Hey, Terry. How you doing?
Texas. Good evening, sir.
And do we have any?
The register's getting longer, isn't it?
Well, that's what happens. You get more viewers because I'm here. Everyone's wanting to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Good evening, Maxine. I think you need a new logo. You need Maxine's Reef.
Yeah, 2 personalities. That's what I have to deal with. You see, it's a good
Yeah.
personality.
I think Maxine or Roxanne. You can be either.
Oh.
I think we should get you on the live. I think we should have a joint live maybe and get you on with Matt and have a look at your reef and ask you some of these questions as well.
Good luck with that one.
There you go, Melinda. That'll stop you whinging.
Oh, what happened?
When we were chatting on Sunday night, she could just see, and she reminded her of Minions, and it was freaking her out, and she just complained, didn't she?
I like Jenga. I like Jenga in the other corner. That's what I like. The box Jenga.
Yeah.
Is that getting taller?
Yeah. I've got a load behind TV to get rid of. So I'm going to move all that. Then I can get in a little cupboard and it can all go in a little cupboard then. But it's getting right to doing it. It's on the list.
Just going to ignore her. It's easier to ignore
her. Move on. Oh, new friend. Scallywag Soho Tang.
Good evening.
Good evening. First time watching. Hopefully not the last time watching.
I wonder if that's UK, Australian, American, or somewhere else.
Let us know. Give us a hint.
Yeah.
Last time watching. Good evening, Mad Shep's Reef as well.
Evening.
So, Lee, you're the subject of tonight.
Did you notice in the artwork? Can't remember who said it. But it said if you're talking to Lee tonight, who's going to be one saying hello to everyone in chat?
Yeah.
It's true, but I think everyone's managed without you. They're dealing with it.
Mm.
So there was lots of. I did my normal trick where I kind of fed AI a load of stuff and said, "What questions shall I ask?" And we came up with one, and we talked about it before we came on air. And I said, this is a typical AI thing. It's given me a question that's obviously a ridiculous one to ask. Before I continue, I just noticed we've got an extra person joined us.
Dave.
Evening, Dave.
Dave.
I haven't got that one, but I have got Rob's.
Dave.
So yeah, and we were talking about this before we came live, and I said, "What a ridiculous question!" And you said, "Well, actually, no, that's a really good question. Do you know why?" And we went, "Whoa, stop there.
Good place to
Let's
start.
talk about it on the live stream." And now that was like the 10th question, but now I just want to know the answer to that, and I think it'll be a good intro. So, AI said, "Where did the name One-Armed Reefer come from?"
Well, most people automatically think it's because I've only got used for one arm, but that's not where it originated from. I used to be friends with a lass called Jodie who were into this, and we had a fallout. But he always called me Reef Tard, which I quite liked. I thought it was funny because of my sense of humour. Anyway, when I did my first video for Parker's Reef, he referred to me as the one-armed reefer because he didn't want to say Reef Tard because it wasn't very PC.
Ah, okay.
And it kind of stuck because it was a bit more PC than Reef Tard. So that's truly where it came from. It was never mentioned prior to this. I did have a few mates that used to call me Bandit long before Drippy started it. But yeah, that's it. It's not very funny or interesting. It was just, that's how it happened. So I said to Sam Parker, "Can I use that as my name?" And he went, "Yeah." So that was that.
Excellent. So you were named by Sam Parker. I mean, not many people can say that.
I think he forgets every time. So when it gets mentioned, I said, you named me. He went, "No, I didn't." I went, "You did in that first video." And he's like,
special friends.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to see him this year anyway. I'm booking flights at end of month once I've got everything back for my passport. So I'll be picking your brain about that, Steve, because you told me you've been flying a long time.
Yeah, I've done my fair share of flying. I mean, not a huge amount of big long haul, but I used to work as a service coordinator, and I used to coordinate global travel of like 11 people for work. So yeah, we definitely knew a few tricks. So yeah, that'd be good.
Cool. And Dave just put Rob named him.
Yeah.
And that was very funny when it did. Because it were me and Tom and Dave were going to Ron's for the first. Well, I'd already been to Rob's once, and Dave were coming and he went, "Oh, there's Lee, the one-armed reefer's coming around today, and so is Tom of the Reefers Network and Dave. Just Dave. I don't know if he's affiliated with anything, and that's how that became."
Yeah. I actually remember watching that video of his, thinking, who the hell is Dave?
I thought he was that was his real name, but his social name was something different. But
yeah,
what guy, eh?
Yeah,
Dave's ace. He's a good, really, really good. I've met since January last year, because I started at the beginning of last year with no friend. I'd done a colour of them all because I get used a lot because of my generosity, and then I get pissed off and push them off. And then I bumped into Tom, took piss out of him for a bit. Then we became mates, and then I've met Rob, Dave, you guys, which I do really appreciate you both. Ron and everyone on Discord, Jim, Jason, all of them. And it's just amazing how quickly life can spin around. And the next thing you know, I've gone from actually being really chilled out and not having to do bugger all for anyone. I'll try my best. To now having loads of people constantly contacting me saying, "Do you know this? Do you know that? What's this? What's that? What am I supposed to do here?" And I'm like, it was nice when it was quiet, but I do really appreciate all the people that are in my life now. And it's thanks to the network and guys like you bumping into you and that. It's been great.
I think that's what the hobby's about, isn't it? Sharing your knowledge, and obviously, otherwise, the hobby does become a bit isolated, and you become a bit sitting in your front room staring at your box, and you go to the fish shop, and then you think, "Oh, there's someone to talk to about stuff that I like."
Yeah.
But now there's a Discord and a network, and we meet up and we egg each other on what to buy.
I used to, because I've got so much kit, I just continuously used to buy stuff because it gives you the opportunity to go to someone's house who had the same kind of box that you had, and you got to have a chat. So I found it quite addictive buying shit off eBay constantly. Just saying, "Oh, I can go meet this guy." And it was always good because you could never see house numbers, but you'd see bright blue light. It's like,
yeah. It's interesting. So I've done quite a bit of this whole corporate presentations thing where you have to go into a room full of people that you've never met before, and you have to say who you are and how long you've worked there and what your hobbies are. And like my hobbies slide in the presentation was always, I've done like most hobbies. So if you're thinking about starting a hobby, ask me about it because I might have done it. But I must admit, I've not had anything.
Have you done that as a hobby?
No, I haven't.
Oh, fair play.
I know he's selling one of his hobbies. That's all I've seen on Facebook this week.
Yeah.
I've seen one of his hobbies is clearly up for sale.
One of my hobbies is well and truly gone.
What's that? I don't know.
Golf. So I started playing golf towards the end of lockdown, and I realised I was shockingly bad at it. And then like all the faff, we're trying to sell the house and everything, just I couldn't put up with going out in the crap weather and being crap at golf and just putting up with all of that as well. So I said, you know what, I'm going to move, and then when the weather starts getting better, I'll come and try it again. And if I still just can't get my head around it, then I'll just jack it in. And the weather starts getting better, and I start thinking about going out, and it just fills me with dread. I'm like, I don't want to go and do that. I thought that's not a good hobby. I'm just going to get rid of it all.
Keep a driver and just go down the driver range. You know what I mean? That like,
yeah.
Scratch.
I've only ever once played golf and I got banned from club that day. Apparently, I didn't shout "for" loud enough, but I was too busy going, "It's never going to fucking hit him." And then this guy got twatted in back at head with my ball, and that way I got banned.
Oh dear.
Oops.
Why am I not surprised?
So just see a little comment we got. So we're talking about all these different people that have been named, and Harry talks about his name,
Spiritual Reacher.
Yeah.
Why did he end up with Reacher? I don't know.
Because that's where Ron's
just how it happens. Yeah.
I
think
did
it was a
myself.
joke comment that stuck.
Yeah.
Same as Amanda being accused of being a continuous alcoholic.
Rob's
That was
fault.
just Rob saying it, and
Yep.
Yeah.
me with a cellar. What went to that?
Yeah.
We'll
Moving on. So, what did Jim say? Tease you a bit, but honestly, been a pleasure to meet you and all of you. That's nice.
Definitely agree.
Jim's ace is a really, really good guy. Same as Ron. And Rob.
He's so chilled, like about the hobby and everything. It's just like, I wish I could have that approach of, yeah, it is what it is. And I'd see something, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Becomes like another job.
So, Lee, what's been the biggest challenge you've faced in reefing? And how did you overcome it?
Stop dying, and I am. It's still fucking dying.
I got a second question to that.
I don't know really, because I haven't really found out to be that much of a challenge, other than water parameters and testing. That's a pain in the ass with one hand. But moving big rocks and tanks and stuff like that, I've always been able to. I remember when I was setting up freshwater. I know we're not freshwater, but I got these big boulders. Yeah, I got these big boulders, and there were no one there to pick them up for me. So I wrapped them in a towel and lifted them all up with one hand and put them in the tank. And it was doing stuff like that progressed me a bit to do stuff I do now, like moving tanks in and out of the house on a little trolley because there was no one there to help me. I think maintenance and, when I've blown myself up or when I had spicy barbecue taste from Pally's, stuff like that has been challenging because there's been no one here to look after me or take me to hospital or out. But yeah, most of it is because of it. When I got into hobby, I'd had like 5-6 years already in my arm like this. I was quite adept already, so not a lot of them were, there's only stuff that you struggle at when you've got two arms. Like I was setting up 5-foot tank and a helmet to go up with lighting kit on. And for something like that, I've got the wires dangling down, so I had to push it up, and I had 3 lats going across that needed screwing in above this light, and I managed to do all that with one hand. And that was just balancing it on polysiren boxes and stuff like that. And it's the only way you can overcome these kind of things is just sheer determination, brute force, ignorance, and stupidity. So that's all it is.
In that order?
No, stupidity is usually first. Stupidity is usually the only way. But yeah, I don't know. I've never really found out to be that overly challenging.
What, even with the tank?
Yeah.
But I was going to say your issues currently, like with the magnesium and things like that.
That's something that someone with two hands would still have the same issue.
Yeah, of course.
It's not something that, unless I'm understanding the question wrong, but yeah, on the physical side of things, it doesn't seem to really stop me from doing all. Like pipe work, that took a bit of finessing at first, but once I'd worked out a system, that was it. And it's just a matter of looking at things from different angles. I've always been a very good problem solver and problem creator as well, usually, as my dad used to say. But yeah, it's just, you just get up and get on with it, really. Old school Yorkshireman, that's what it is. True Yorkshireman, not like some other ones you see on YouTube. No comment.
Matt, you had a follow-up part of this question.
No, I sort of asked it then. It was just about what is your biggest sort of challenge inside the box? Is there been something that you've gone?
Super glue. Super glue.
Really?
I've stuck my arm to the tank. I've stuck my hand to rock. I missed the lid putting the glue in and stuck my lips together. And my mate came in and says, "What have you done?" But I couldn't say because my lips were bloody sealed. Yeah, stuff like that. Gluing frags, moving frags. Anything you think that's a pain in the ass with two hands, that's been hard work.
Yeah.
Those are the things that were a struggle. But it seems what else, you find ways around it.
Do you think the techs helped any of that? Like with like testing and like testing and stuff. Do you think that's helped?
Yeah. The tech levels in mine, it makes life so much easier because there's no way I'd be testing alkalinity and magnesium and calcium, because doing the calcium test, get the best once Red Sea, and you've got to get a little thing with powder and you level it off. Doing that, the amount of time I chucked it across the fucking kitchen because I got that wound up with it. Because you do it and then you get it too much on, so then you scrape it, then there's too little. So you get another scoop, do it. I'm just like, fuck this. So yeah, the tech side of it. Sorry?
The worst one for me was the Hannah calcium checker.
Never used it because I've seen someone trying to use it and I'm like, nah.
No. I gave up very quickly. You know, you had to get 0.1 mil of tank water, 1 mil of something else, and then add RO to it, and
yeah. But they don't rate. That's not rated very well either, though, is it? The calcium.
No.
I think because of that process is so convoluted, it opens it up to getting it wrong. So, yeah. And Jim was saying that, he loves all your stories.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. My psychologist used to say, "Oh, we're having another story." I'm like, "What stories? It's my fucking life, you silly cow."
Anyway. Can I start saying that on Salty Banner? Well,
what?
It's Lee's story time.
Yeah, if you want, mate. I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with that.
That cracks me up every time where we just segue onto something. It's just classic.
Just I know it's me ADHD. I just go off on rants, and it's next thing I know, I've been talking for 10 minutes, and I can see Ron going. It's like, sorry, Ron, didn't mean to. Speaking of that, where is he?
No,
I don't know.
What?
Evening, Rodders. You all right?
Evening, Ian.
Hello, Ian. Lee, do you ever see someone with a smartwatch and think it would be really cool to have one of those? I've had about 6 of them, you cheeky twat. Just because I can put watches on and stuff. You think about it, the amount of stuff I've had to learn to do with one hand is untrue. And I can do it all up other than a pokeball wank. I haven't worked that one out yet.
God.
Is one of my oldest mates. I hadn't seen him for like fact. You know the mates that just disappear out your life and come back. And he walks into the shop I was working in and he's like, "Fuck, how are you doing, Lee? Long time no see." And he looked at me and he says, "What's happened?" I said, "A bike crash." And the first words out of his mouth, "How do you have a pokeball wank then?" I'm like, I've never really wanted one, Pinder, but now you've said it, I'm quite curious. And I've not worked that one out yet. It took me 20 years. I'm still no wiser.
Dear. That's quite a nice comment.
Yeah, there you go. Look, got all the Lee love is coming out now.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't met me though. You know what I mean? I'm not like this in reality. I'm just miserable. Well, thank you. It's much appreciated, everyone. The love does really mean it. It helps me a lot, especially with my depression.
To be fair, when I sat next to you at the pub, I thought to myself, we walked up to the table for the first time we met all of you, and I was like, is this going to be one of these awkward moments like, hi, and then you just sit there and no one talks to you, and like, okay. But actually, like, sitting on the table with the network was just unbelievable, and I get sat next to Lee, and I think we had Tim one side or the other, and we had Paul from AAC, and we had, and it was just like, it was just everyone was like, no egos, cracking, and then Lee's talking to me like we've talked for ages, and that's what it's all about. That's
the thing. I've said it many times. When we meet up, it's like we've been mates for years, even though half the time we've only just met each other. We had when I went to Love to Reef last time, first one last year, I met Adam, Southwest Reefer or something it's called on here, and I saw him coming through the door in his wheelchair. Fucking wankers, fucking wheelchair. Someone's going to out-spaz me today. Fucking brilliant. And he comes banging down in his fucking chair like this, pulls at the side of me, and I look at him, I says, "What do you want?" And I used a certain word that I promised Steve I wouldn't use tonight. It's a trout word. So I called him a trout, and he just looked at me as if to say, what the fuck? I'm like, "Look at you in your wheelchair, you special bastard." So you have to spaz me. I said, I can't fucking play on this now because you're just going to fucking beat me every time we go anywhere. And he just looked at me a bit scared at first, and then I smiled, and he just fucking pissed himself laughing. And he's one of the nicest guys I've met in all group. It's a shame he's not on tonight, but next time we saw him, he was on crutches, and it was like good to see him back on his feet again. He'd been in a car crash through work, so. But yeah, it's good that everyone feels welcome. And that's the whole point of it.
I think you meet people that you never meet in real life, like not in real life, but in normal situations. Some of the people that we chat to in the groups, you'd like, how would you ever meet that type of person?
Yeah.
In another environment, except sort of this hobby.
It's one of them, and it's weird when you start talking to people and you find the background out, and it's eye-opening. It's like the running gag for ages were about the fact that I died 4 times. And now, obviously, there's a polytoxin poisoning and such like. These are things that you would never imagine from me. And like on Saturday when we're on about wrestling, I told you I was supposed to be competing in Budapest in Roman Greco wrestling. Everyone fucking laughed at me. My fault, because I forget that 90% of the shit that comes out of my mouth is a joke anyway. But you wouldn't know that I spent like 15 years training in wrestling and Muay Thai. So I've done like 7 different forms of martial arts. And
when I saw that picture of you the other day and you were in the gym, I had to second guess look. I had to go, is this AI or is this actually Lee?
It's weird looking back. I showed Tom my passport Saturday and he went, you look fucking older on that than you do, and it's 20-year-old. I went, yeah, I know. Just ridiculous. But yeah, we get to learn so much about people, and it is quite an amazing thing.
I think Neil's playing Rob's game from his video today. He sucked his ultra holy grail and New York Knicks torches dry whilst looking at the sump.
And I think Melinda's playing something similar because she's put where's it gone? Somebody done Pokemon Wank was not on my what's Lee going to say wrong bingo card.
Yeah.
There's always something new coming.
Yeah. So you've got a pretty amazing setup.
Well, to me, it's just normal. But do you know when you sit when you're young, like when you first start hobbying, you're like, oh, look at all them posh twats on YouTube with all big fancy tanks and all Apex system and doses and that. And I used to do the same. I'd sit and stare at them. And then one day I was sat staring at these and I thought, wait a minute, I've got more than that. I've got more than that. My tank's bigger than that. And it's weird. So yeah, all this pipe work was done with one hand on my own. And I even, where the pipe where it's orange, I used vinyl. So I got vinyl cut and wrapped it all with one hand in situ as well.
So how old is the cellar, shall we say?
How long have I had stuff in the cellar?
Yeah, and how long have you then drilled through the floor and created the big tank?
Well, originally it was a 5-footer on the wall where my sofa is. And that were 3, maybe 4 years ago. What it was, I had tank and sump together, and anything on right hand side I can get to with my arm. But when I'm doing out that side, I can't get to it. And I just got more and more frustrated. Then I got poorly. And I was struggling like mad. So I just thought, you know what, we'll bung it in cellar. So I'd say it'd be about 3, maybe 4 years now. Oh. If you look, the original Parker's Reef video, you see the original setup, the tester, which were a TMC acrylic sump, a Bizet 100. And then I'd planned to do this. And this took me like 8-9 months for me, umming and ahhing when I was doing stuff. And it got to a point where I'd finished all the pipe work, like the beginning of the previous video. And I turned to my mate and I said, I'm going to rip all pipe work out because I'm not happy. And he's like, no, just get it running and then you'll be all right. And I can see now where I've gone wrong and where I could do better. And it don't look like that now. That's why you've got no video, because there's a shitstorm down there now.
So is it, what generation of cellar are we on?
3rd. And I've got another 2 more to go at. Right. I've got plans for another 2.
You got 3 NIOS talks in there.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Well, the first one were actually running some, but the second 2 were just testing. And what I did was I took the motors out and piped them into a manifold, so they weren't actually running off any form of motor, and had them both working. But I've taken them out since then because I don't use reactors for anything anyway. And there's my nice 1 kilowatt heater in line.
Wow.
I used to have a 3 kilowatt one at first. Got all shit at back there. Now this is where the old setup was. This is the first generation.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's slightly complicated.
Did you notice the Hoover in the earlier video?
I did, yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, I did.
Matt's just got that same one. Yeah. And it's the one that I've got as well.
Bought it myself. Thought I needed to do something with my son, and God, done it stuck up quickly. I'm like, oh, we're full already. I'm like, I've only done one section.
You're supposed to put 5 micron filter cloth in there as well, and it gets a lot more crap out if you're doing your sandbed with it.
Oh, I ain't done my sandbed yet. I'll have to.
Who did it? It were Morky did a video on it, the inappropriate reefer.
Right.
A while back when he used to do videos regularly.
Yeah.
So this is your controller board at the moment?
Well, it don't quite look like that at minutes. It's a mess, but this is when I first got it finished.
That looks absolutely mint.
Yeah. It's lovely, isn't it?
It was never what I wanted it to be, but I was happy with it. And then I found out you what?
What's wrong with that?
I had a vision in my head a long time ago, and then I found out one of my mates has a CNC machine. I was like, ooh. So I'm now producing. I'm in the process. I'm on my 3rd. What's the word?
Generation?
No. When you're testing it, prototype.
Yeah.
Once I'm happy with prototypes, I'm going to do the full my full one, Tom one, and the lad who does all the 3D printing for me one, and then we're putting them out for sale, custom built. I just need to work out some prices, but it'll be
nice.
The I've got pictures somewhere.
Well, Jim says he was so impressed with that setup. He said, "Is that an AI created video?"
I've seen it before. It's like when I did Tank Tour, but yeah, it does look. It's nice, but it's not as nice as I want it to be. So if I send this quickly to Steve,
but what don't you like about it? Because it looks smart. This is obviously the new sumps.
Yeah.
When are they live, Lee?
When I get phosphate down to 0.03 and I get chance to do it. I need to move some pipe work around first.
Where are they at? What phosphate level are you at the moment?
It were at 90 when I tested it the other day. No, sorry, 0.9.
Right. So we're not far.
I've got it down from 1.5 to 0.9, so it needs to drop it a bit more and find out where it's coming from. And but I've just put a big box of NEMs in there as well.
Okay, and is this using your Lanthium DIY?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have a pipe. At the moment, it's circulating from an S2 from end sump to the front sump on a pipe. And then it wedged into the Clavis C5000 that I've got on it. And pipe flew out, so there was no point dosing Lanthium in it because there was no going in it. So, and I couldn't do that till I moved some other bits to get to the pipe. So, it's a bit like one of them puzzles where you start off with a picture and you've got to move things around. You move one thing and you can move 2 bits else and then move something else. It's like that down there at the minute. And when you try to move half it shit with one hand, it's not fun. and I'm not getting any younger, so it takes me longer, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, Harry said if you need any more CNC parts, he'll happily help.
Oh, that's much appreciated, Harry. I'll keep that in mind. Only thing is, a bit far away than me. My mate's two street. Well, he lives in Leeds, so that's where uni is.
I think if you send Harry a design, he's quite keen to just slap it out for you quite easily.
Oh, look at that! See, that's my view when I'm sat on the sofa, and it's bigger than most people's displays.
So I guess is the system you've got now, is that the end, or is there going to be? Because I know we've spoke before about one big tank. What is the end game?
I wanted a 9 foot, but to put it on the wall that I am at now, I don't want it on that wall because there's no real structural strength to floorboards and such like. Now I could go back to acro props like I have on it now, but because I put the new sumps in place, I've kind of shot myself in foot. So I need to go to the other side of the room, and I'm looking at hopefully 8.5 by 40 by 36. That's what I want. If I could go higher, if I have it custom built on site, I'd be tempted to push it to 4 foot tall, depending on how much it's going to cost. But that's kind of the end game. Because the deeper the water, the better the fish react. Because the closer they are to the surface, they're used to predators attacking them. So they act totally different when you give it even just an extra 6 inch. And that's what I want. I want the fish to be comfortable. Because at the end of the day, I'm same as Rob. It's more about the fish than the corals for me.
Yeah.
And at my mum's house, I've got a 40 by 36 by 28, which is going where the water box is, which is at the end of my sofa. So that's coming first. I'm going to drill it, cut weir out, and get it ready for there, get that moved into there. And then once I've been to Australia, I'm saving up for the new build. Unless I move back to my mum's house and I will get 12 footer then.
12 foot. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
That's the tempting bit. I don't want to go back to my mum's, but if I do, I can have a huge tank. But
so apparently, Liam said if you need any help, just let him know.
I know. I know, and it's appreciated. It's just usually when I get motivated, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and people don't appreciate you. You know, going, no, come on here and all this pipe for me while I put some salt creep on it to get rid of it.
Evening, Jordan. Hope you're doing well. I picked up on that as well. Yes, give it an extra 6 inches. People behave very differently.
Yeah.
Thing is, you've got some massive fish in there, haven't you? Like some silly sized fish.
Yeah. It's like that one. Oh, there's no point pointing at the screen, is it? There's a huge dusky rast in there that I got at that size, which is just right in the middle now.
Yeah.
And when Tom first saw it, I thought it was a tang. Then I got a big barrier tang. Now, when I got him, it was the same size as purple. And there's a big matter tang in there as well. And that's it. My zebra will be in there as well. Gulf Lake angelfish, tricolour, Scopos. I think there's 3 purples in there. We saw how that's an epaulet tang that's just disappearing into the back. I see Scopos there.
Anything that's on the wish list that you...
I still really want that masked angel from AAC if I've still got it.
You still want it?
I want another Achilles hybrid because, well, my Achilles died because of an issue. But, yeah, I've got one on order, Jim, funny enough. I've ordered a black tang. I'm just waiting for the right time. Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
Love honey.
Sorry.
I have a delivery from there, yeah. No, I've ordered it from my mate's shop. The guy that I do Apex work for.
How big?
They usually come about big anyway. You don't often see small ones in the UK. I did see a video and there was some big, and they look so cute. But it'd have to be a good size one, and it'd be once I've sorted all my UV out. So I've got a P8 UV coming, which is 8 55-watt tubes on it.
Wow.
So I'm making sure every base is covered. I lost the Achilles due to a white spot because the UV were offline, and it was just one of them things. I'd come home and there were no lint pipe, and they never got that sorting out. How's the angelfish with the corals? It's fine. He's a model citizen. He was tank bred. He was a gift, and I think it's either him or no, it's just him. I've took the butterfly out. He eats my zoas, I think. So I can't really have zoas in there. But other than that, he don't touch out.
Doesn't eat your pallies?
No. Funny enough, he don't touch them.
Doesn't like barbecue?
No.
Yeah, probably not. It might not just like lemon. You don't like zest.
Gold flakes are lovely, aren't they? They're such lovely fish.
He's stunning. He's a bucket list fish for me anyway. So, but like that colony of the green pallies at the top, in the middle. I keep going to point at it, but it don't work that way, does it? That's the colony that nearly killed me.
These ones.
Yeah, them ones there. Yeah.
Yeah, they do look stunning. I just wouldn't have them.
No,
No.
Even though they nearly killed me, like they're one of my favourite ones anyway. So it's like.
So you've got two colours there, haven't you? What's the
There's two different types.
Yeah.
Two different. Well, actually, there's three because you've got your
got a purpley coloured one as well, haven't you?
Yeah, they're a toxic green. Then you've got I can't even remember the name. There's that many different bloody formats for them. But then you've got those are my grandes.
Yeah.
They're a Palotoxin grande. That's a small colony. Then we've got a few clams. And then we've got my big colony of Palotoxin grandes. Now those heads are at least that big.
Yeah.
Size of roundness of a Red Bull can.
And you get like yellowy orange ones as well, can't you? Which are like some beautiful pallies, but like Steve, are just not for me.
You can get the same kind of well, it's not Palotoxic poison; it's different formats of poisoning from lots of other corals as well. I got a golden favia, and that gave me shits and vomiting for 2 days because I forgot to wash my hands. I then told all my mates, "Don't lick them; they're not good."
God.
That's Adam. That's the guy I was on about earlier in the wheelchair. Good to see you, Adam, buddy. Hope you're well.
Good to see you. Thank
really
you
nice guy, a really good sport.
You had a good shout out earlier, so go back and watch the start of the stream when you're free after this.
John Wright's got a question for you. Would you like your own fish shop?
John's always asking questions. No, I wouldn't. I've been there, done that. I've worked at several shops. The responsibility that you get from it, it's just stress all the time. And everyone I've seen who's done it, like my mate Lee, the guy I do all work for, is constantly stressed with it. And it's just, I don't want that responsibility. I've spent 20 years of my life being on and off sick, so darting in and out of stuff. And I like the fact that I don't have any responsibilities really. And when I had my accident and I got my payout, everyone's like, "Oh, start your own business." I don't want it because you're the backup and everything stops with you. And if all happens to you, it all goes to shit. And I says, I never want that responsibility.
I think for me, it's too easy for people to go online as well now. Like 10, 15 years ago, and that might be worth it. But would you want it, Steve?
I don't know. I think the problem is, and I'll get it queued up ready, you can't do just marine. You need to do freshwater.
There's
There's just not enough marine people in the hobby. And I think this is where Reef Exotics has got it right. Yeah. They've kept true to their marine origins, and they're ensuring that they keep that maintained, and they're expanding into freshwater. And I think you need to do that because the margins on freshwater are much better. So would I do it? I don't know. I think I quite enjoy the hobby, and I think if it then becomes your work, you lose some of that fun.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the statistics are with people joining the hobby and people leaving the hobby, because I reckon people, if they get a bit bad of advice, I reckon people do just ditch the hobby quite quickly.
With some of the shops that I've worked in, I've watched people just walk away from hobby due to that fact of the people I've worked with.
What I'd really like is to have, win the lottery, find 1 million Bitcoin underneath my sofa or something, and not have to work and then do volunteer work, and then choose to help people out and things like that. I think it's more rewarding. I think we only do what we do because we need the money to live.
I know exactly what you mean.
I quite like my job. But it's mostly because of the people I work with. So,
if I had the money like what Howard has at Reef Experience, Something like that. Yeah, where it don't matter. It's not the be all and end all. It's more of an extension of the hobby.
Yeah, it's not paying your mortgage or something.
Yeah. That.
Yeah.
If I win that situation, then maybe. But I don't know. I've seen too many people go the wrong way.
Yeah. Evening, Peter. Hope you're all right.
My local fish store, he started it similar hobby, no good shops. I'll open a shop, and now I think he's looking to pass it on to his employee because of like he needs more of a steady, more focused income, and that's just sad, isn't it? Like,
well, that's it. It's just such a fickle industry to be in. 1 minute it's amazingly busy. The next minute you've got no people coming in, and there's 12 people telling you they're breaking the tank and want to buy stock.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. See, that's where all my torches were before I killed them all.
Stupid bloody hobby.
Yeah.
That's the thing that sometimes really frustrates me, that, you know, we talked just before we came on air that, you know, the tank behind me, I've got some things in there that are looking phenomenal, and then 3 things stripped the other day. It's just ridiculous.
I think that even makes sense though, because it can be the same coral but just a different species of it, and one's sulking its arse off, and the other one's like looking the best it's ever looked. And you're like,
yeah,
well, what does try and work out?
When I had my 2 Maggie Talk colonies, I cut a frag off it, and I put it in the tank next to it, even though same water, same light. That went bright green. The rest of it died. It's just, you can't make rhyme no reason this fucking hobby at times. It's ridiculous.
Well, I had 2 Miyagi torts. I had one that Matt gave me, and one that I bought from AAC, because the one that Matt gave me was just brown, and I actually thought it was a different coral that had lost all its colour. And then after buying the Miyagi tort at AAC, it suddenly all its colour came back, and I could tell that it was a Miyagi tort. So I then had 2. So when I went back to AAC the other week, I messaged Harry that I was meeting there and said, "Oh, have you got a Miyagi tort? I've got a spare one in the tank. You can have it." And took it to him, gave it to him, and then this one, I think it's going to survive, but at least half of it is stripped.
Well,
and I have no clue why. Parameters all good.
That's the thing.
Go on,
Steve, sorry.
As I say, the only thing I've really done is I've started lanthanum dosing. So, and my phosphates were high. They were like 0.6. And now they're 0.1. So I have dropped my phosphates a lot, and I think maybe that's what's done it. But who knows?
Especially if you've done it too quickly. If you've done it too quickly, then, like I say, that big swing could be it.
Yeah. I see. Rob, sorry, Lee. Rob asked, "Do I still work with Dave Stewart?" I'm guessing this is some kind of joke.
Do you know who Dave Stewart is?
No.
Tell you what, Google it. Google it now.
Oh, yeah, all right. Oh,
out of the Groove Mix.
Yes. Very good.
Good
I'm certain this is a joke, but it's gone way above my head. Go on. Sorry, Leo, I interrupted you.
It's all right. No, the thing about fresh water, boo, boo, boo. At least when shit goes wrong, you can find out what it is. There's always a breadcrumb trail to the problem in fresh water. With marine, you've no fucking idea. And that's the so frustrating thing of it. If you've got a freshwater tank and a fish dies, all fish from past it go, "Oh, look, Jeff's died." Oh. And that's it. Marine, "Oh, look, Jeff's died, that means and then everything fucking dies. It's just so frustrating. It really winds me up.
To be fair, I've got one of them issues at the moment where things are dying, mainly fish, and I'm just like, why you died? And then the next one, about a month, 2 weeks later, whatever it was, no one dies. I'm like, okay, right, maybe that's just a coincidence. And then I've just had the mimic die. I'm like, every 2 weeks I seem to lose a fish at the moment. I'm like, me and Rob have been speaking about it. I can't say whether it's that or not, but I hope it's not. But we'll see. But if I know Rob, a legend for reaching out and sort of saying it could be this, and I'm like,
yeah,
I hope it's not, because if it is, then yeah, we won't be in a good place. But fingers crossed, it's not.
Well, definitely. It can't be the main ones anyway, otherwise everything would die straight away.
Yeah, and like Rob said, it sounds like a classic case of uranema, but I'm hoping it's not. The last fish I put in, I'm like, I lost that, and that was the tamarin, and I'm like, okay, they're prone to that from not settling. The mimic's the odd one because that was fine when I went away on the Friday. I come back on the Sunday, and I'm like, it's like a banana.
It's also down to, it could also be down to where it was sourced from. And as Rob said the other day, 99% of fish come from TMC anyway. But it's where they've sourced them from. There's still places in the world that are using cyanide to catch fish. And that's an instant death penalty for the fish. They use it to send them to sleep so they're more dozy so they can catch them. So they'll go in, they dive in with a little squirty bottle full of cyanide. And they just squirt it around fish, and when fish come out and they're like, ugh, they net them, but they're still alive, so they think they're all right, but it causes liver damage, kidney damage, all sorts. So you'll get a fish and it'll be doing phenomenal for 8-9 months, and all of a sudden, bang, fucking dead. Or like your mimic did. It'll lose weight, boom, gone. And you don't know why, but unless you know where the source of the fish has come from, you don't know if it's going to be that or just bad luck.
Annoying thing was I bought the mimic at a 50p piece. It looked a bit rough in the tank, but I thought, I'll take a gamble. She really liked it. And then it become a really nice fish. And I go away for the weekend and I'm like, what? But that's what the joy of the hobby's all about, isn't it?
It's another thing about a hobby. Running 2.5 years, absolutely fine. You step out house for 4 days. You come back, everything's fucking died. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, your pump just goes, it's gone now. We'll break.
Yeah.
We'll stop working.
Book a tank tour and it all just goes, I don't like this anymore. Like, you put me on the spotlight. We'll move on from that dreaded word.
So, we covered wrestling.
Yeah.
In your early career.
A lot of years. I was supposed to be flying out for trials for WWF before my accident, funny enough. I was an ex-Roman Greco wrestler, but I was also a professional as well. And at the time, I was massive. I had a 28-inch neck and a 68-inch chest. That's my biggest. Wow. And that's what saved my life. It's what stopped me from dying. When I had an accident, I broke my neck, but the muscle structure kept it all in place.
Wowzers.
Sorry, that's just took away from your technical.
I think it did a little bit, yeah. Bad words about that. I think similar to John Wright, you also discovered music.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, you haven't got the one that I used to get called all the time. But go on. This ties back to Jodie again. She said it, and then Sean spotted it.
Jesus.
That one is brilliant.
I look so happy there.
Oh, God. Where did you find these photos?
So, yeah. And I think, that was thanks to Liam. Liam suggested the Lewis Capaldi link, which then kind of got me thinking, has Liam got any look?
Because no one ever picks on Liam.
Yeah, and I noticed that, and I thought it's about time we address that. There's another famous Liam that's a bit musical.
Yeah.
This isn't fair, because I look like a twat on mine. Everything else looks quite good there.
And when I do a lot of these these AI face images, what I tend to do is I'll get their picture and I'll upload it, and I'll say, what are my celebrity lookalikes? Here's a picture. Right, so it gets me somewhere close.
How the fuck did you
really
get
amusing
average for me then?
Sorry?
How the fuck did you get Dame Edna average for me then?
It didn't give me any suggestions, and I just looked at funny celebrities.
Sorry.
And it came up.
Sorry, Steve.
And it said when I showed it a picture of Liam, it's like, ooh, he looks like James Corden. and then I found a little picture here that I've managed to edit of Liam and John Wright doing carpool karaoke.
Fat Liam.
And it looks so funny with him fat.
Yeah.
Sorry, Liam. I shouldn't be laughing.
And while we're getting some of these AI images out of the way, I did notice when we had the Reefers Network live stream, and we had Blaine on, and we had Ron and Tom wearing fake moustaches. And I was like, oh, that kind of reminds me of something. And yeah, I got that here.
Excuse me.
Now he's in the building. He's actually turned up. That was a good one to draw.
Yeah. That's why I thought, oh, he's here. I'll get some of these on now.
The thing is, Tom was telling me, Blaine didn't realise that right predator. He thought he was just a bloke that looked like him.
No. I messaged him the AI photo.
Oh, you that told me.
And said, here's the images in case you want to laugh with anyone or anything. Just you're free to use them, whatever. And he was like, where did you find them? And I said, well, they're AI generated face swap images of like of famous people with your face on them. He was like, oh, I thought you just kind of picked people that happen to look like me.
I knew it was something like that. Sorry, Steve. I can't remember what you or Tom had told me.
But I did notice when Tom was wearing his moustache, he did remind me a little bit more of someone else, which was Captain Mainwaring.
Oh, God, yeah.
It wasn't who I was thinking.
Oh, really? Who did he remind you of?
The guy you mentioned the other day, Dr. I can't even think of his name now. Oh, the guy out of... I'm going to have to look now. Leave with me.
Yeah, okay, we'll come back to you. So, good evening, Ron. I hope you're doing well.
Hello, Ronald. How are you today, sir? Hope you're well.
You've missed some of the early jokes, but only a few of them were at your expense, so you'll be all right.
Found him.
Oh, Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, coming back on topic, where did we get to? Oh God, I've got to scroll a long way.
Evening, Ron. I'll say evening. I'll leave. I'll say evening to you, Ron. No, we won't ignore you.
I've already said good evening to him.
Yeah. Well, apologies.
Not a minute ago. You just zoned it out, didn't you?
I did.
That's when you were looking for Dr. Robotnik, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you
go. So AI's done a great job of here coming up with some properly random questions as well. So the first one's a little bit normal. If you could keep any marine creature that's not normally in an aquarium, what would it be?
Nautilus.
A what?
A nautilus.
A nautilus.
Oh, is that?
I thought you said a tortoise. I'm like, that's not a marine creature.
No. I would love a nautilus. It's so cool, so freaky looking. That or just that's unusual. A true archerfish, not archerfish. Not frogfish. They are classed as an archerfish. The deep sea stuff. Any of the
anglerfish.
Anglerfish. Yeah. The one with the little.
Yeah. Any of the really weird, fucked up creatures that are at bottom at sea.
Yeah.
All like that.
Yeah.
I also do really like, and I've always really wanted one. Now, I hate woodlice with a passion. They freak me the fuck out, really do. And it's all because they freaked my best mate out. So, when I was 9-year-old, freaks him out, freaks me out. But you get cephalopods at bottom at sea, and they're pure white, and they just look like woodlice, but they're in between 12 and 18 inches in size, in length. They're pure white, and you can see it face like an alien, and they look cool as fuck. They've got them at Blue Planet, or they used to have a big colony of them at Blue Planet, and they're just phenomenal to look at. It's, I don't know, pure white woodlouse, but big enough to sit on almost. Yeah.
What you call? What were they called?
Cephalopods or something. If you just put deep sea creatures, they always pop up straight away. Or woodlice, deep sea woodlice, and it'll come up at the same thing.
Rob says cold water louse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That they do look a lot like.
Yeah. They look alien. That's totally alien.
Yeah. They just look like a woodlouse.
Mm.
They
I don't know what it is.
Or anything like that. Oh, God.
Yeah. You'd think with it being bigger, it'd be more scary. But I don't have to worry about when I'm crawling up with like into my bumhole, do I? I feel that.
I don't think you need to worry about much doing that, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I once had a spider do it, and my dad says, "What are you going to do?" I said, "Well, if he wants to climb up there, good luck to the chap."
Oh dear. So the next question then. If you had to fight one marine creature in an underwater battle, what would it be? And you can't choose a bull shark with a harpoon gun because that's already taken.
No, I wouldn't even do that anyway. Prodding something that's double my size with a pointy stick. Fuck that for a game of soldiers.
Yeah.
It'd have to be something that I could win because I don't want to fight and lose. I don't know. Trigger. I think it'd be quite entertaining fighting a trigger.
Okay.
I've been stung by lionfish and shit like that, and eels. I don't want to fuck with them again. But yeah, triggers seem to be quite energetic and things, especially queen trigger.
That's your next thing you want to die to. Like it.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want to go and fight Chromis?
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. It wouldn't be a fight, would it? I'd just stamp on them. And I didn't realise till I watched Tank Tour back that he all went silent for me to say something about him mentioning Chromis, and I hadn't heard him because I'd started my ADHD had kicked off.
Is here the shark poker?
There he is.
Evening, Mike.
Speaking of the devil, good evening, Mike. Hope you're well, mate.
I'm gutted I missed that because, like, jeez, that was just. What I wanted to say was, I was literally watching it. I was like, "Is Rob all right?" It's like, because I hardly saw him say a word. He was so well behaved.
He just disappeared, but I think he was having issues with his computer that day, so.
I did wonder that. Yeah, I did wonder.
He was slightly frustrated. This is mild understatement.
Matt, what would you choose to fight in an underwater battle?
To win or lose, I would. To be honest,
it's up to you. You can lose if you want.
I'd like to see what an octopus would do to you. I'd like to see how sticky they are because they're just fascinating creatures. I'd love an octopus, but
they're not sticky.
I think you can get like a fake octopus. I've seen it on a website.
Love honey.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I don't know, an octopus or I'm not going to do a mic. I'd stay away from all sharks because I think you think you're nuts, mate. Poking it with a stick. But yeah, no, I think for me an octopus would. I've just got a big fan of octopus. I'd like to see what that can do.
Yeah.
Okay. And to comment on Amanda's comment, I had a pet Titan trigger, a nasty little fucker, nasty. Sorry, I'm swearing again. I'm trying not to swear.
You're fine as long as you don't use trout.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. There was another comment, and when we were talking about if you could keep any marine creature, I think we missed a trick, and I think Jim picked up on it. A mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
But if you had a mermaid, what would you have? Would you have fish on top,
Female one,
woman
obviously.
underneath, or would you have woman underneath, fish down below, and a woman at the top?
No, because when you were kissing it with fish lips and I could get away with not playing with the naughty bits downstairs, but I like playing with boobs because I've got big hands and stuff. It's just fucking pissing me off.
I wonder where that was going to go.
Let's just and anyway.
Peter Parry said he would like to fight a starfish.
Patrick.
Starfish.
I fought a few starfish in my time. Rusty ones, the brown ones that you see.
So Rob says, has everyone hit that like button? I've actually got a banner.
You mean Ron?
Ready. Ron. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I hate doing that as well. So, Ron, what is tonight's alternative if they don't want to hit the like button?
Ron spotted it as well.
Yeah. Sorry. Maybe I'm just going to have to call you Mr. Clarkson.
No, Scottish funniest coral farmer. Just that one.
Oh, no, funniest coral farmer in the world.
Yeah. I did send him the Harry Enfield sketch of Clarkson Island after you did that one.
No suggestion.
But I can't do that because he's dead. He's cremated, so I just get powder in my mouth. You don't know what you're getting.
So we're talking about a mermaid, and Rob said he'd like it just fish both ends.
Kind of freezer, I suppose, can't it?
He did put woman in the middle.
Yeah, he did a bit up above. He put some woman in the middle. More like belly button.
Strange as that old man, I tell you.
I noticed John B said it'd be a humble squid for him. And it got me thinking, I have that link now, so I'll put the banner up. But one thing I will say, John, is you can go in on YouTube and you can edit that last bit of the link. And as long as John B or anything or something is available, you can change it so that it's not like you've had a seizure on the keyboard. But yeah, there's the link to his channel. That's quite a bit to type. Let me see if I can put it in the chat. So if you want to go and take a look at his channel and subscribe, hopefully it lets me put a link in. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Go and take a look at his channel. See if we can get him some more subscribers.
Let's get him to 100 at least.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Everyone join John's channel. Don't join mine anymore.
Done.
Excellent. So what have I got next? What is your favourite non-reef related hobby? I think I know the answer to this.
Buy microphones.
Anal.
Airsoft.
No.
Oh.
No. Close second, but no.
Okay.
Mountain biking.
Ah, okay.
I used to race Jules Salomon downhill before this happened. I've got it's moved from there, but if you remember, it's sort of a biking background.
Yeah.
So, mountain biking, it's the only place I ever truly felt at home is on a bike. Then mountain bikes, motorbikes, anything with two wheels, I was dedicated to. But yeah, airsofting is a very, very, very close second because I can still do that. Whereas with mountain biking, I can't do stuff that I used to do, like 15-foot drops to flat ground and just sending it stupidly hard. Same again, looking at me, you won't think that's what kind of thing I used to do. Because I just look like someone's fat old uncle.
I knew there was going to be a catch.
Yeah. I'll have to dig out some pictures at some point because I did do airsoft for quite a while. So there's some pictures of me.
That's not a cheap hobby either, though, is it? Right.
No. It is really. It's not as expensive as keeping a marine tank, but it's not cheap.
It depends what you like with your guns. Like the one that I built that I showed on Saturday, That was 1,200 quid that I built for a pistol.
I was going to say, I bet, Lee, you were a nightmare because you'd want this colour coded, then change this, then didn't like this, then saw this.
I got to a point where I used to build them from scratch by myself. Because there was just no point, because I couldn't get the ones that I wanted. Let's see if we can get this to... That's me.
Still go?
I haven't gone for a while. I got a new rifle middle of last year and a new pistol. I got the John Wick one, the Viper. And I went for night, but it was just too busy for me to be asked going in, so I just went for the catch-up.
Reefer's Network Airsoft, I think, is...
It'd be an idea. There's a lot of people that would probably enjoy shooting me. But I just getting bothered with it because they'd shoot me. But they dipped this arm and I couldn't feel it. So they'd go up to Danny, the guy who run it. That lad's not taking his hits. He's paralysed arm, he can't thing it. And then one at Marshall's, because I used to tuck my arm into my vest like that. And came up and went, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, fine." 5 minutes later, "You all right?" "Yeah." Another 5 minutes, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah." "What? Why'd you keep asking if I'm all right?" And he pointed at my arm. I saw it's paralysed. But, "Oh, this is awkward, isn't it?" Well, not for me, it's not. And we just...
Not as awkward as you keep asking me if I'm all right.
Yeah. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I need to start getting back to Halo. I haven't had time, but it's one of them. It's on the to-do list.
Reefer's Network incoming.
Yeah, I think it'd be a real good laugh for Tom and Tim and you guys and everyone else if we just met somewhere. Because there's sites all over the country. We could meet at a central one and just have a day doing it.
Yeah.
Then so buy some coal to make yourself feel better.
Yeah, I've got my shooting glasses there.
They're not your reef glasses?
No, they're shooting glasses. But then I've got my... oops, come here. My Ron's favourite speciality ones.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I don't know how your sponsor's going to feel about that, repping a new brand.
I've had these here. I've had them since before my sponsor.
So Ron's saying, can he bring a knife? You actually can.
Yeah, as long as you can bring a samurai sword.
Yeah, it has to be soft, but you can just use a knife instead of a gun if you want. I can remember taking someone to airsoft and they were really, really nervous. And they'd let us out onto the field and they were getting everyone ready. And we were walking across the field and they were terrified. And they're like, "So what are you so worried about?" He says, "I think it's going to hurt. I'm just worried about being shot." So I just shot him in the leg. I'm like, feels like that. It does hurt, but not that bad.
I remember seeing these Jamaican guys came. There were a group of 10 of them. And there were one triple hard bastard. You know the kind. Not racist, but just that kind of feel towards him. And you could tell he could handle himself. And I saw him, and he didn't have any gloves on. I went, "Mate, there's a drawer in main bay with gloves you can borrow. Go get some gloves." "Nah, man, I'm right, man. Don't worry about me." Within 30 seconds, he got shot in knuckle and went, fuck, where's them gloves? And went running to get gloves. Then we were playing Kill Collect. So this guy got shot in knackers, and I felt really bad when I went up to him and went, "Are you all right, mate?" He's like, yeah. I went, "Oh, by the way, take your bit. You're out now." But yeah, I just had some good times. I need to get back to it. It's the same there. I had a lot of good friends around me. We all lose contact and such.
So, if you could have a drink or a frag swap or a reef meet or whatever with any famous reefer, who would it be?
Well, I'm doing it this year. Going to Sam Parker's that.
Yeah, okay.
I don't even have to think about it. Sam Parker, or I'd like to go meet Devon. I've chatted quite a lot with Devon, and I've been on his Reef Dudes live as well, and that were very nerve-wracking. It's not so bad now because I do that many different ones with Ron and with Reefer's Network. I'm pretty chill with it all, but that first one there, but yeah, definitely Sam Parker. Or Anya and Cam from Gallia Aquatica. And I can't wait to meet, I know she mentioned it earlier, did Melinda, but she's like, "I can't wait to meet you in person." I'm looking forward to meeting her as well.
Yeah. I know she actually made a comment.
Sorry, let Sage go.
Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, so Ron said, "Can you bring a knife?" To which
That's
got
not
the
a
reply,
knife.
"Call that a knife?" Oh, love it. Go on, Matt. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that I can imagine Lee's going to be pissing off the neighbours for Melinda.
Yeah.
They're going to love you, Lee.
Yeah, it's very loud, but what the fuck is he saying?
What is he doing?
That's what Mike said to me, didn't he? I just don't understand what he's on about. That thing that half the time I don't know what I fucking said anyway.
I know that feeling in the Reef experience. That was a moment.
Where are you going? What am I doing?
If your reef tank had a theme song, what would it be?
Tune the plate funerals.
Oh dear.
It can't be that bad, Lee. How bad is it? Give us a current update of the tank.
It's like I said on one of the Salty Banters. Things look like they want to live now, which I got complained at because that was not the appropriate terminology I should have used. But yeah, things are starting to look a lot better. Tom came round, said, yeah, it's looking a hell of a lot better than it was doing. All hammers and that are coming on back. We haven't phosphate down. Yeah, it's a lot better. But
and why did it get this bad? Is it because you don't test? Is it because are you at fault? Is the tank something you used at fault? Or
hands down to me, what it was. First of all, I had the issue where I pumped all the bad bacteria into my tank. So what happened there was I passed all my mixed salt water through a 5 micron filter. I've done this because it's on BOS TV, and it's amazing the amount of shit, even from TMC Pro, that you still get out of the salt. Me being a clever prick, I nearly said it then, and I stopped myself, Steve.
Well done.
I'd filled the sumps with water, but I'd not cleaned the water, forgetting that I'd put a shitload of rock in and some fish. So I put this filter into there and I'm passing it through the same system as how it's linked up to the Clarity. So I did it for a couple of nights, pulled it out and put it back in situ where it should have been, never thinking that it would fall live bacteria. So 4 days later, I mixes a full batch of salt, pumps it through this thing, and a couple of days after that, things start dying. So I'm like, oh, fucking, this is weird. What's going off now? 3 weeks later, I move the filter. It's pitch black because there's all dead bacteria in it. And I've just been continuously pumping it into my tank. And I end up losing shitloads from it. So that happened. So first of all, that put me head up my ass. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm sick of this shit. Then the Mastertronic bent a needle. And because I'm really clever and I always think forward about what I'm doing, I put everything in front of it so I couldn't get to it. Now, that was controlling me dosing for my lanthium. So it was giving me a reading of 0.003 for my phosphate. So it stopped dosing lanthium. So my phosphate went from 0.03 to, I think, about 4 at maximum. Not 0.4, 4 in the main tank.
Wow.
So then I run out of lanthium. Back and forth, getting some. Got some. But I'd give Rami my phosphate test kit because I had a new test kit on the way. That didn't arrive for another 3 months, which frustrated me just a tad. So I couldn't test my phosphate out. So just like I was dosing blindly, to be honest, which we all know is stupid. And yes, I am stupid. I know this. So me spitting my dummy out about stuff dying in my tank, it's all down to me because I'm a fucking idiot. I finally got another phosphate when we was at the first meet on your birthday. Someone put one on Facebook for 25 quid, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll have that one. So I'm going to buy one there. And then I started taking it, and now things have finally started coming back in line.
I think it's good to talk about not only the good but the bad, because I think, like you say, it's good for other people to hear that it does happen. But like you say, you've owned it and gone, yeah, it's my fault. And
well, like
you won't do that again, will you?
Well, probably. It's not the first time I've done it.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. So
but now you've got a little acronym you can use to run through your tests to make sure you catch them all.
Well, I don't do any tests. I've only got phosphate. But go on,
I did a video last week.
Yeah, no, I saw it. Stupidity.
Snatch spam.
Yeah, but you're using acronyms or abbreviations to a guy who's got severe dyslexia. So
it doesn't matter as long as you've got all the right letters. It doesn't matter what order they're in.
I suppose if you're not gonna test or you're lazy to test, I guess now you've got the Trident MP is probably going to be another lifesaver for you when it's trusted.
It's on card soon. Well, what I've got coming next week. It was supposed to be this week, but same again. It's same mate that says I'll get it next week. You know the spin testers.
Yeah.
Where you put like 10 ml of water in and it spins. I've got one M coming, and once I get that, it's not so bad. See, the thing is for me, doing the phosphate test kits or any Hannah, I'll move back. What I have to do is hold it, the packet there, then go like that with scissors. Yeah, it's not the most appropriate.
No.
So that's why I'm a bit slack for doing them. But yeah,
what they like to like maintain like I see Ron's put what they call. What are they like for the like refills and stuff like that?
Refills trade price £2.
Oh, it's not too bad.
Get a box of 50 for, I think it works out about £180.
Okay.
Something like that. I know that math doesn't sound right, £2 for, but it's somewhere around that price. It's a couple of quid trade price. So you think about it, that does your phosphate, nitrate, magnesium, calcium, ammonia, nitrite. I think that's it. And it does it all in 2 minutes. Now, it's not the API Aquaspin, it's the other version. There's two different versions on market. I've got the other version coming, which is a better version. And as I say, it's 2 minutes, it records it all for you. Yeah, until I can... This thing's more than a MP, but I'll get it dirt cheap. So
how accurate are they?
Typical test kit accuracy, but that to me
give you an idea.
Yeah, it's a trend. It's a trend that matters to me, not the numbers.
Yeah.
So as long as it's stable, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Steve, MP soon?
No, don't think so.
What, cost or?
I think the cost of the reagents, because the initial cost of the unit, yes, it's outrageous. I think it's a little bit higher than it should be, but that's once. I think for me, it's the cost of the reagents.
Yeah, until ABC brings around.
Yeah, if ABC say, yeah, we're now ABC NP, then great. You know, if we can get a more cost sensitive product or consumable, that would be good. I also hear that there's still a few bugs in the system.
Yeah.
So
I'd home back myself. Yeah.
I mean, if Neptune knocked on my door tomorrow and said, "Hey, Steve, we'll give you one for free," I would try it. But if I was spending my money on it, I would be tempted to wait until they've ironed the kinks out.
I think you'd be frustrated, wouldn't you? You'd be frustrated that, like say, I think people couldn't even test their phosphate for a while because of some software issue. And now they've done an update and it's now working. You'd be pulling your hair out if you just spent £600-700 on this. And,
see, that's it. Especially in Neptune, you've got to be dead careful with updates. We've had one for, last 3 weeks? It's still on my phone. I ain't updated yet until I hear on forums it's all okay. Because when I first started doing updates, the amount of issues it caused, I've updated and half my stuff's not come back online. And it's not worth it. But going back to something else you said, with this hobby, especially on Instagram, this is very serious. I wanted more laughter. Fucking pricks. I'll start swearing in a bit instead. That always makes people laugh when I swear. But you look at Instagram and things and such like, and everyone's tank's always perfect, and they never show the downside of it. And that's the bad thing about it. I've been to see someone over the weekend who's a very accomplished keeper. And he's like, oh, this has died for no apparent reason. I don't get why. And I'm like, well, I'm suffering the same way. And it gives you that thing that they think, well, if that fat prick Leo got such a big tank and all this fancy kit, still fucks up every day, you don't feel too bad when you fuck up. Because, you know, they're human as well. And it needs to be more about that. It's all right having these pristine tanks. It's like if you look at, I know he shut it down now, but like Joshua Reef, he's always looked pristine. And that always made me feel bad because I have algae all over my tank all the time. It's like them videos that you've played of mine, you can see algae on bottom. But it's unrealistic, and it's nice for other people to see that, yeah, even I suffer it the same way. And same as you, Steve, with you losing what you've lost. It's too many of these people in this hobby don't show that side of it. It's like, oh no, mine's all perfect. The worst one for it were, bless him, Aaron's Reef. What is it now? Aaron's Aquarium. Every week he had different fish in there and it disappeared, and he never said, look, lads, I fucked up, I've killed all these fish. You know, whether he done it or not, I don't know.
I think you have to, because at the end of the day, the hobby, like, even if it's things like you said, what you did, Steve, it's an innocent thing, but someone can learn from that. So, like, changing your pipes on your reagent. Oh,
not letting pipe from you, no pop strip, you know.
Yeah. And it's these things. Yeah. If you just say, look, you know, I messed up, but hopefully, and that was kind of in some of my earlier videos, I said, you know, I'm here to fuck it up so you don't have to.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think that's really good.
I said the same thing in my tank talk for Ron. I nearly killed myself eating palytoxin, so you guys don't have to. And I used to say it on my YouTube videos when I used to do them originally. Because I started doing them just after Parker's Reef Tour. And then I had a fallout with a few mates, and it's kind of, I just walked away from it because they were ones that were pushing me to do it. So, but yeah, I used to say that I'd fuck up like this, so you guys don't have to. And it's a good policy.
You shared this with me earlier, Lee, and I've just remembered that I hadn't shown it. So there it is.
That's what the new control board's going to be like, Matt. It's all beveled in, flush, and all pieces are going to sit in, so you're not going to see any wires apart from, it's not a good point in it, is it? The holes above them is where mains leads are going to go. I've also got, and when we ship them out, you can order them with it, orange cables to go in at apex to go through there, so it all matches. A bit like the one that I've got on mine already, but just like that, so you don't see cabling or all.
Just wondering how to explain to the missus that I've now got a tank, and now I've also got an apex board with a trident in it, and it's sitting in the front room on show, and it lights up. It's like a disco.
Let her watch the video. Let her watch this video, and you know, we've got all the videos on what it looks like. Glam. Jim says you need some glam in your tank.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, that's gonna look good, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
See, I've had that. At the moment, it's in wood. I would really like to do it in acrylic, but the cost of that, it's just silly. Now, when it does actually go live and we start selling them on my mate's website, they're going to have the option because he's found someone to do the acrylic. My mate only does woodwork stuff because it's a kitchen company. Well, he's a shop fitter by trade, is the company, so... And it's just, I look after his 7-foot tank, so I want
That's the one word that my brain always struggles with. You know, you see like shop fitting companies. I always see that and think it says shoplifting. I don't know why.
My first job were a plant hire firm called Quarmby Plant Hire, and it would 2.5 miles down the road from where my mum lived. And I used to go past it every day. I'm like, plant hire? Who's hiring fucking plants? Who's renting
Ron
plants?
does for his garden centre.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And when I went in for my interview, it was just really weird. And I'm like, it's all dumper trucks and stuff. So what's all this stuff for? I said, I thought you hired plants out here. I'm doing a course at Green something else. I'm qualified in land and plant husbandry as well.
So you could be staff member 25 at Ron's Garden Centre?
I could. I was only one in my class at Group E's.
There you go, Ron. He's got a portfolio of evidence there, you see.
I've got green fingers.
So we've talked a bit. I've got some news that, I try and find some reefing news every week. So we kind of talked about this. I think maybe Ron mentioned it Friday night. De Jong have successfully bred a new marble-mouthed frogfish.
Ooh.
So I don't know if you're all rushing out to have one of them in your tank.
All I can think about is Wade Yalankovic video of Smells Like Nirvana. If anyone don't understand that, the second line he goes, can't sing with all these marbles in his mouth, and all marbles keep falling out of his mouth. That's all it looks like. So.
And they've also discovered a new sea star that they've called the Five Guys Sea Star.
I really hate that picture. Because after my tank tour, Rob put it online and went, "Is this one of yours, Lee?" And I just got fucking ripped to fuck about it.
That's really disturbing, isn't it?
Mm. It's more along Matt's lines, is that, isn't it?
Yeah, we sell them for parties normally.
Yeah, okay.
It should be 5 gals.
Yeah, that's the tagline.
Yeah, 5 girls, 1 sea star.
Yes, that's the video.
Very different from 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh God, never again.
I totally agree with Melinda. I'd love a frogfish, to be honest. It's on my bucket list, is that?
Yeah,
I don't know whether I'd want one or not.
How long do they live for? They're like fussy eaters, and I actually thought that could be what Steve was going to get next, but he got a puffer instead.
Yeah, the puffer's doing really well.
I'm going to ask about that.
It's still alive. I mean, it's doing better than cowfish.
I ain't done a video then, have you? So
yeah.
How to keep a pufferfish? Beep. Oh fuck! What? Sorry.
Yeah, how to have a cowfish thrive? Yeah. Then it would die. Yeah. So I'm not going to say this is like surefire way of keeping a pufferfish, because that would be a kiss of death for it. And talking about kiss of death, Friday Night Live, Reefer's Network.
Let's see it. And how bad is it? I haven't seen it.
It's terrifying.
Oh.
So I'm not quite sure. It's like a really rough nightclub. Apart from the fact that Drippy makes a disturbingly decent woman.
Does they all look terrifying?
Or it might just be because he's upside down. I don't know.
To be fair, I now need to ask Drippy about. I don't know if you saw it in the group chat, but that's now itching my brain. I really need to talk to him about that. But that photo, that's something else. I don't know which one's scarier. Which one would you do firstly, I guess is the question.
I don't even want to think about shit like that, mate. I'm already having nightmares as it is. I dated this lass who had a hormone imbalance, and she had to take tablets, so she used to grow double. This is not the appropriate place for this story. Actually, it was a very peculiar sensation when she was, how should we put it, giving me all pleasure.
I had to put their names at the bottom because I was like, That's so disturbing. I mean, yeah.
And seeing Ron like that doesn't half remind me of her.
God, that is just, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just, I'm not sure. I'm guessing that was Tom's idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I did hear actually that the live is, and they're all in one location for it, and they're going to recreate that picture with wigs.
So Tom's gonna have to go blackface then.
That's gonna that'll be the Love to Reef the night before. That's the Friday. That's what they're all dressing up as.
To answer Jordan's question, they ain't enough. Gonna have the days of me getting that drunk and waking up. Because the last two were away, I made a joke about waking up the last with Tash, and she didn't speak to me for like 2 hours, and I didn't realise that's what it was. Anyway.
God. Oh, nice try, Steve. Who knows? Who knows, Ron?
Yeah. They definitely had Tom. Ron.
If you're still listening, Tom, maybe you could answer that for us.
I don't think it's as perky as that, to be fair.
No, possibly not. John says he's looking forward to Friday, but can't make it Sunday. Just hearing excuses.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking how inconsiderate of your brother to have a 70th birthday.
Yeah.
I'm hoping mine dies before he gets to 70, then I don't have to go to his.
Just come. Just tend to come as well.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that's true. I totally agree with that one.
Oh, dear. Yeah, time to wrap it up. Yeah, I think we're getting to that point. Couple of other things before we do. I've got there it is. There we go. I bought some phyto. I noticed it's all weird how these things all come at the same time. So that Deep Blue Marine Emporium have kind of, a couple of the members have launched like this phyto plankton thing, and they were selling it on there, and I thought, that's interesting. I want to put some phyto in. I kind of run out from the other stuff that I'd got, and I wasn't really happy with the other stuff, so I'll order it. It was like 15 quid delivered for a litre of phyto. I thought, I'll give it a try, and that turned up, and then obviously the live stream. Then I won the competition. I was like, yeah, it's been a good
competition. You'd not said.
Yeah,
I would say the same, Ron. I'm surprised Harry hasn't said anything yet. I'm surprised he isn't offended.
Yeah, well, I've had some of Harry's as well. I liked Harry's.
Well, that tastes
nice. Ordered from Harry again then? Was it spot to your friends?
Because I know the other person as well. So.
Oh, fuck him. We don't know. We like Harry.
I like Harry as well. I did actually think that when I was
there. More, don't you? I
thought, oh, hang a minute.
Maybe that's quite
really
dark. It's quite a dark.
Sorry, bud. This is why I don't have friends, because I start like that, and my ADH brain just goes, fucking go for it, lad. Let's make him cry.
I've worked in engineering for the last 20-something years. I think in engineering, they're probably some of the nicest people, but they can be mean.
Sprouts as well.
Yeah, they don't. But I think that it's strange how I talk to you see women, and they'll be really nice to each other to their face, and then when they leave, they'll bitch and moan about each other. But men are like the opposite. They'll just not talk about them, and then when they come in the room, they'll say like the most offensive thing they could, just to trick you, just for a laugh.
You walk up to him in pub and you go, what are you doing here, you big fat queer, you fucking pub wank stain? Go on, go fucking bar, get me a bag of crisps. And as soon as I walk off, I turn to this guy, fucking great bloke, that guy. I'd take a bullet for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
The same working plant hire. When I first started doing my job after school, dealing with builders and stuff like that, and just constant. That's why no offends me, because I get that much crap.
Didn't take long, did it? Didn't take long.
You'll get him told, Harry. I'm on your side, buddy.
Sorry, Harry. I'm really sorry.
Tim does it as well. Have you got some off Tim?
He should call it Professor Tim's. There's already a Dr. Tim's. But he could call it.
When Rob starts doing his K-mix for trace elements, I want him to call it Rob's Love Juice.
Does Tim sell it though? I don't know if Tim sells it though, does he?
I don't think Tim sells it, no.
He just gives it away. And I keep saying, do you want something for it? No, it's right. It's right. You have it. Same as me, it's too generous.
I know Rob's one is going to be marketed as Bobby the...
Yeah. I think he was going to try some of Harry's Phyto, wasn't he? Because I think Rob was talking about from Phyto, and I think we all lined him up for Harry. So I think he was heading in that direction. But
no, that'd be good.
On Phyto, when do you dose it?
So I hands up.
This seems to be a thing.
So I've had it on a dosing head, and I've been dosing 25 mil a day in the morning at 8 a.m. But it's been dosing into my sump, and I don't know whether you can see it at the moment.
Well, no, because doors are shut.
It's not the sump. There's
just whip them off like Michael did, bastard.
Yeah, I'm so doing that with the new tank. That's like.
I just thought you were going to go and a bull come flying out or some shit like that.
That's mental, wasn't it?
Never hated and loved a man so much in my life.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to see what you were saying about your fighter.
Well, I think it's like my sump's full of bubbles at the moment. I think it's because I've got stuff growing in it now because I've been putting phyto in there. So I don't know. I'll be honest. Like most of the time, I feel like I don't really have a clue what I'm doing.
People, I've read 3 or 4 different places. Like some people say put it on before the lights, some people put it on after lights, some people say put it on during your lights, but like dose it during the lights. When I spoke to Tom was like, no, put it in during the lights because obviously it's photosynthetic, blah blah blah. And I'm like, why have I read like 6 different things? Why aren't there just one common? This is when you dose.
It's a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah,
it's that'd be too easy. What's fun in that?
Yeah, well, true.
As my old spiritual guide who used to say, I could tell you what your future is, Lee, but what's fun in that? I like watching you fuck up because it's funny, you fat cunt. Anyway. Sorry.
Oh, we nearly made a whole stream.
Hopefully that didn't get...
Yeah, I think you kind of cut yourself off as you were saying it. So
yeah, I think he said half a word.
Yes.
You notice how it's always when I'm describing myself.
It is.
It's never anyone else.
No. Well, Ron reckons it's the second one, but
it's the first one I've done. I did say trout, but yeah, it's one of them. It's why there's so much information, so you can pick what you want to choose.
Do you dose much, Lee, of it, Phyto?
I used to dose 50 ml a day. Tim's given me quite a lot. And it's still in the fridge because I keep forgetting about it. I need to put it on a doser, but yeah, I found it very beneficial when I was dosing it. But I used to dose it joint day and joint night. It was just 50 ml on a doser continuously. Well, split up joint parts, joint day. What's that? What phosphate and nitrate dosing plankton as it strips it? I don't dose phosphate and nitrate because it's always... I mean, phosphate's always about 0.1.
Does he mean what is your phosphate and your nitrate if you're dosing it because phytoplankton strips it, potentially?
Well, yeah. It does. It pulls it out of the system, so...
Yeah, and then like Rob saying that he doses it with the lights on. I think that's the problem with the internet. Isn't it? There's too much advice out there of when to dose it and how.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harry just told me, "There's the bag."
You never asked me about
throw it in with the lights on.
You never asked me about my freshwater setups and how long I were in freshwater before I became a marine keeper.
What
Ooh. Did you have freshwater?
Yeah, from age 6.
Okay.
My dad always kept fish. My dad kept marine before me. And when I was 6 years old, I used to go around out fish shops with my dad. That woman gave me a bag full of neon tetras for my birthday. That's what started me off. And I wanted to go marine all along. My dad was like, no, you can't. It's terrible. Everything dies. Everything fucking dies. It's not worth the money.
Well, he was right.
Yeah. And he was back when it was under gravel filters and shit like that. So he used to go on, no. So it wasn't until he died I were allowed to do it now. When he passed away, it was like his 10-year anniversary of his death passing. And I thought, I'll get a pair of clowns. And at my mum's, I had 4 6-footers, 2 3-footers, and a Trigon 250 in front room full of fresh water, Lake Tanganyika and stuff. And I got this little 2-foot cube. I thought, I'll put a pair of clowns in, marine, in my dad's memory. And within 4 weeks, all fresh water had gone and everything was fucking marine.
Yeah.
Just changed my life totally.
So I did notice that John has taken my advice and he has changed his YouTube link. So it's a much easier one for you to type in now.
Oh,
and he's only got 78 subscribers, and we said we were aiming for 100, so it'd be great if you could.
That's gone up because it was 60 odd when I were.
Yeah.
Did you see the other big important news?
I did. Yes.
What?
It is proper breaking news, that one, isn't it? It's going to be unboxed.
The question mark anyway. He hasn't arranged that with me. I keep saying every time I go, I'll do it.
Yeah. 10 years he's had that. It's finally going to be opened.
It's fucking Wednesday now. So unless he means weekend, and I'm busy all day Sunday, so there's only Saturday evening or Saturday afternoon. When do you want me to come, Tom? Put it in thing. And to answer your question, Mike, yeah, I am very tempted to go back to freshwater and have a big trophies tank and some rays, but
it's something else happening on Saturday afternoon, but don't bother come to that. We'll scoot past that one.
What's happening Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, it's your fucking tank tour, isn't it? Come on, Lee, we can film it. Yeah, I'm up for that, Tom. I can go, yes, this is Tom's old version of a trident that he's had for 17 years because he's a slack ass. Nearly it was. But yeah, when do you want me over, Tom? If you want me to come over and do it tomorrow night, I can do. Or we can do it some point over the weekend. But I've got company coming Sunday night, so bear that in mind.
Yeah.
Saturday. So, after Matt's Reef tour, or shall I just watch it at yours, Tom? Do like a Tom and Drippy show, but with Tom and the one-armed bandit.
So you need to get signed up to the Discord
to
join Matt's tank tour on Saturday.
Come meet the
I hear he's got lots of things planned for it. There's going to be competitions and surprises, and
I was actually trying to think. I'm trying to be a bit witty, but I think I don't know if I've got it in me. I'm trying to dig out some photos at the moment. I'm trying to dig out some photos to give me something to give Ron first, so I can start talking about it. But yeah, I'm thinking. I'm trying to be witty. I've got her on the case at the moment, trying to think of an idea.
Tom just said the magic word: pizza.
Pizza, yeah. It's a date. There you go.
Pally pizza.
Sorted.
So if you haven't already, hit the like button or suck your grandparents' genitals. Was it, Ron? I can't remember. Something along those lines.
Basically, suck your granddad's plums, basically.
Yeah. If you need any 3D printed stuff or phytoplankton, head there. If you fancy your chances of winning a coral, you can head there. And if you want some more reefing content, head to John B's YouTube, sign yourself up, subscribe. See if we've got another 8 comments. Anything to wrap up? Matt's unveiling his new goldfish tank.
I was going to print an A3 picture of a lovely reef tank, and we'll just point you to that direction. This is my reef tank. It's just start waffling on. But...
Well, what if you did it right? You could get like an iPad playing a video, and then you could say, "This is my reef tank," and accidentally turn off your video, sit the iPad close to the camera, and then press go. So, right, this is my tank.
Sounds a good idea, that.
Yeah. Okay. So is it just you for the tank tour, or is Maxine helping you?
She's helped prep, but we're not. Well, we are where we are. I just did a dose of Nios biotic yesterday because there's still bits I'm not happy with hair algae. Cleaned a section with a new Karcher yesterday, but I'm not going to have time to get everything done, so it's not going to be spotless as I would like. But it will do. It'll have to do because I'm running out of time. And it'll be what it be. It'll be what it be.
Don't have to be spotless, Matt. Look at the state of my kitchen on my tank car.
It'll be what it'll be. At the end of the day, like it's like say the tank's only been running 18 months. It is what it is. We'll see.
Yeah.
Harry, you're going to be there. That's what I'm like, because that'll be your first one.
He's got his tank tour soon as well, hasn't
he? Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Well, and then yours again, Lee.
Yeah, well, I've said to Ron, because the cage looks phenomenal, and even though it's just been left and I haven't touched out in it. And the water box will look good as well. I just need to remove some corals out of it and get it how it should look. And then I can do a tank tour on them because they're 2 totally different tanks to what was in my original tour. And then once the big tank's back in swing again, I'll do another tour of that. Because same again, I've got rid of a lot of stuff out of it. And thanks to Aquaforest for sponsoring me. The component pro that I'm using is fucking brilliant.
I was waiting for that. I thought I was going to get one stream out of it with like no drop.
Well, if you look back, Matt, I very rarely mention it now, other than when we did Rami's tank tour, and I kept on saying, "Oh, that's a nice reactor," but funny enough, Aquaforest do a really good one. And then didn't Ron were getting a bit pissed when we do it. And I'm like, Ron, I'm just doing it for shits and giggles, mate. I said, you know. And he's like, yeah, I know, I find it funny, but just wind it in a bit. Like, yeah.
Hoodie does look good. I'm so annoyed that I still can't find my Reefy AF one. I don't know what I've done with it.
It's all right. My Eden Cole has vanished as well.
No, I haven't, Tom. I'm not even going to dare, mate, because I like my life.
You've got to wait till the right moment, till it's the funniest point. And if you're in this position like that, that's
I think the funniest point will be when they say, "Do you, Matt, take Roxanne?" You say, "No, it's Maxine."
Yeah.
I'm not sure that'll ever come to that point. So.
Oh, sorry, I forgot you're already married.
People like you that are greedy. It's not fair. I've never been married once. It's fucking shocking, really, when you think about it.
It's expensive, mate.
Well, I've already paid for one. I just didn't get to fucking go. She left before we went fucking at wedding.
It's expensive, mate.
I was 6.5K deep into it.
Harry, don't start poking the bear. We don't need that. None of that.
And she just said, "Oh no, I don't love you no more because it's not enough." I'm like, all right, fuck off then.
We're gonna have a wedding full of reefers, and it'll be like a reef meal.
Yeah. Are we having it at Abyss or Finest or somewhere like that?
Yeah. a Mouldy bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget fancy dress on the Friday before Love to Reef.
Yes.
Can't go. Can't.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I tried to arrange a very particular fancy dress, and I contacted a few suppliers. They don't make what I'm after, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to go as yet. But I've got like random fancy dress outfits, but I wanted to make it kind of reefing related, if possible.
Well, I was looking at getting a big Nemo one, but I don't know.
Should take you up on that, no?
What, Mary and Ron?
Matt being married in Eden, probably.
Well, he's got that big new building. You could there'll be plenty of room in there for us all. And then Bernadette can do all catering, so that makes it even cheaper for you.
Harry's doing the video.
That as a wedding gift.
Yeah, Harry's doing the video, and I only accept corals as gifts. So.
Yeah, so Ron's going to make some money out of it.
Me and Steve have both got some. Excuse me. Me and Steve's got some amazing, really rare white corals that we can give you, haven't we, Steve?
Yep.
Looking forward to them.
Yeah.
I've got buckets of the fucking.
Sounds good. Anyway, before we get Matt any more committed, I just want to say thank you very much for coming along, Lee.
Thank you for the invite. I do really appreciate it.
You've done a fantastic job. You really have.
Only
one, and it's only half of one as well.
Yeah.
I think we'll get away with that one. I think that one will just get away with.
Even my mum's noticed. She's like, "Are you all right? You're not swearing anywhere near as much as you usually do. Are you not as angry?" I'm still just as angry, Mum. I keep getting told off.
Well, I think because it's quite a hard thing to change, I think you've done a fantastic job of it. I really appreciate that you've put the effort in to not say trout. And yeah, great having you on. Thank you very much for coming. Huge thanks to Matt. I don't know if Harry's gonna join me or not next week. Hopefully, I haven't upset him. But yeah, next week we're gonna have Mantis Reef. I think it is Mantis Reefs.
Yeah, Tom. Stuffed crust, definitely.
You're gonna have stuffed crust, are you?
It's not about pizza again. I'm sorry, but pizza. That's why I look like a potato.
Yeah.
But Mantis Reef is the equipment, people. Yeah, is this a market rate pipe hill?
Mantis Reefs are.
I've got some of the wave makers.
No, it's not them. It's
okay.
Well, it might be them. Thinking about it, no, I don't think so. What? They import inverts mainly, but some fish.
I know there were a manufacturer that came out a while back called Mantis, and they did really good stuff, but it just didn't take off. There were no web-based apps for them, so everyone wants to be able to play with a phone and make the lights go on and off and shit.
Yeah, that's the guy. Mantis. I'm sure it's Mantis Reefs. His website. They import a lot of. It came about from having Amy on, and she was talking about getting the.
Oh, sorry, I ain't got no dead fish to show you.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. But I know she was very attached to it.
I have still got my mascot from Christmas. My name's Jeff. I love it, Jeff.
Excellent.
Got that given to me after my dad had his prostate exam.
On that note,
I think it's a good point to wrap it up. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you in another video really soon.
Take care. Thanks a lot, Steve.